What's up, guys? It's Sarah with RNS Fishing, but today we're not fishing. I am attempting beer can chicken. I thought this would be a cool little video. Rick's working, so Mom's got to hold down the fort. I got the fire going. That was a lot of work. I hurt my back, and that's not a joke. Now I got like some twinge. But anyways, I'll keep you posted on how this goes. There's one of Rick's barbecue pits that he made, I would say, I don't know, maybe 4 years ago. It's a nice pit. Alright, so we are now prepping for the beer can chicken. I'm just using some seasonings that I always use. Salt-free lemon pepper, chupacabra, I put some garlic. So what I did was I added oil, just a little bit of extra virgin olive oil into this container, and I'm pouring all the seasonings in here and just mixing it up a little bit because this is what I'm going to use as a seasoning. Let's see. Yeah, not too salty. So my uncle Sam, he recommends using Cavender's Greek seasoning. I don't have that, so I'm just going to use what I have. Now, clean this stuff off. One thing I will say is that you need to pat the chicken dry. If it's wet, pat it dry because the seasoning will slide right off if you don't. I rinsed it out pretty good and it's pretty dry now. So, I'm going to use one of these just so I can get some of this oil all up in it. If you have a brush, I would recommend using a brush, but since I don't, I'm just gonna start spreading it all on there. Really good. Really, really good. I'm gonna get some. I'm gonna turn him upside down and just pour some in here. Like so, drizzle, drizzle, drizzle. And then you'll just spread it around evenly. Flip him. I've been touching all this stuff. They say once you put him on the grill, then you can put a little bit more. I'm just gonna briefly season him a little bit more with dry seasonings. Flip it over. He looks really good. Yippers. Alright, another thing that I'm going to add that I didn't is just a little bit of lime juice to the chicken. Mostly I want to do it on the inside just to make sure there's some good moisture in there. Okay. Lone Star Rio Jade is what I'll be using. It's recommended that you pour out half. I'm going to put it into a cup so I can drink it. Let's see. Try not to cross-contaminate here, you know what I'm saying? because as this beer sits in here, it'll start to boil. So that way you can get a real good look at it here. And it actually sits on here perfectly. This is a really good size. There was a time when we used this really huge chicken and it was like trying to tip over and stuff. All right, so I came to check the pit and it is at 425. That is pretty hot still. I'm gonna let it cool just a little bit. And I mean, not very much. I think if I can get it to 400, I'm gonna go ahead and just set the beer can chicken up to the left side where I've already pushed all the coals this way because I want it to heat up and not burn. All right, guys, the chicken is ready, prepped. It's time to put this little sucker on. And folks, we got ourselves a beer can chicken cooking. You see how, I don't know if you can see, I pushed all the coals because I want it to slow cook over here on this side. Time to close the sucker now. Nice and slow, because I don't need this sucker tipping over. Alright guys, so my chicken, it's been cooking for maybe a little over an hour, maybe like an hour and 15. I'm going to go ahead and put some wrapped up potatoes so that we can have some baked potatoes. And it is cooking nicely. You see that? Oh yeah. So I'm just going to add these to this side. You can see a little bit more of the can is exposed now, but it's still cooking nice. It's going to be nice and juicy, I think. Well, folks, I have successfully cooked a beer can chicken. By the time I threw it in here, it fell right off. So that tells me this sucker's ready.